Great week, holy brothers and sisters. This is Eliezer here with the Amunah Project, and today was March 3rd on Shabbos, and it was the 16th of Adar. A person's business activity, literally masa umatan, which means taking and giving, whereby one takes one thing and gives away another in return, represents a unification of the tzaddik, the righteous one, and the congregation of Israel. The tzaddik, the righteous one, is called the Maaseh, the taker, and the congregation of Israel is called the Matan, the giver, as explained in Likutei Moharan. This unification of the tzaddik and the congregation of Israel is affected by practicing one's business faithfully. To elaborate, all trade whereby merchandise and objects circulate from person to person is determined solely by the sparks of godliness contained in each thing. Sometimes an object needs to leave one person's possession and to enter another's, only to subsequently return to the possession of the first. It all depends on the sparks of godliness in that object and on the parts of the soul, the spirit, and the upper soul that each person possesses at any given time. Therefore, a person should never force any matter or be overly insistent about selling or buying a thing precisely when he wishes. For everything has its proper time, in accordance with the way the sparks of godliness are being sifted out of it, and according to each person's present spiritual constitution. By conducting business faithfully, a person elevates and rectifies these sparks, and he completes and brings light into his soul, spirit, and the upper soul. Furthermore, the tzaddik and the congregation of Israel, who are referred to as taker and giver respectively, are thereby unified. And this, in effect, is the unification of the Holy One and the divine presence. So make sure never to push something. Whatever God has for you, guys, recognize that it will come to you in the proper time. He can do anything and everything at any time. So if we feel like, oh, I have to have this, just remember that you're pushing God out of your life at that moment. And recognize that he can do it in any way he wants. So you never have to steal. You never have to be pushy. It'll all come in its proper time. Also, in order to preserve the memory of the world to come, a person must guard himself from falling into an evil eye. This evil eye, or what we would call having an overly critical or jealous way of looking at other people, means the death of the heart, for it induces forgetfulness and impairs the memory, and the person's heart dies within him. Then he does not remember his ultimate eternal purpose, which he must recall every day, and he does not bind his thoughts to the world to come. When a person has an evil eye, he does not take heed of any of this. An evil eye can take many forms. Sometimes a person may view another's high possession with jealousy, and this too can make different forms. A person must guard himself vigilantly from this trait, so that he should in no way have a critical or jealous eye towards other people. Similarly, he must pray to God a great deal, asking that he must be spared from being looked at in this way by others. When a person feels that he is not able to stand up and overcome a person's evil eye against him, he must then flee from it, run away. If, however, he is able to rectify it, he must certainly do so. And this is what Jacob, our forefather, did, for he conquered Esau's evil eye with the words that he said, "It's really not proper for you to hate me," as well as with the gifts that he gave him in order to satisfy his evil eye. That's from Rashi in Genesis 32:17. Thank you so much for learning together. I'm so excited to be on this spiritual journey with you. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to private message, and we can learn more together. And God willing, look forward to learning again tomorrow. Have a super fantastically wonderful week.